Alright guys, so I literally just got done recording and uploading the video about how Closer was going to be taking a personal break and stepping away from professional League of Legends, so obviously he was no longer going to be the starting jungler for GiantX in the spring split. And I had in that video about how Wooloo said, or how somebody said that Wooloo said on stream, that GiantX's jungler would probably be decided sometime this weekend. Now hey, I'm thinking it's Friday, this weekend, that probably means Saturday, Sunday, something like that, but no, literally as soon as I uploaded the video, then I start getting the notifications that hey, GiantX has their new jungler. So this is really shocking and surprising even to me, and I think who, obviously you guys can see who it is maybe going to be shocking, surprising, disappointing to people out there, because I don't think it's who anyone necessarily expected. This thing is pretty crazy. So sources from Sheep Esports, jungler Isma is set to join GiantX in the LEC following Closer's break from competition. Now this gets even more ridiculous because he will still play the EMEA Masters with Carmine Corp Blue before returning to the LEC. Now, to keep you guys up to speed with what the heck is going on, Isma was the jungler for SK last split. He got traded to Carmine Corp for Carmine Corp Blue's jungler Bukata. So Bukata is going to be the new jungler for SK in Spring Split, but K-Corp Blue qualified for EMEA Masters, and they were going to need a jungler for that, obviously, and if you played in the LEC, you can't play in EMEA Masters, but this was a rare circumstance where, since Bukata is no longer on their team, obviously Bukata can't play with K-Corp Blue, and now Isma is going to be their jungler. The LEC or Riot or whoever is letting Isma play for K-Corp Blue in the EMEA Masters. But now, even more ridiculous, Isma is getting signed by GiantX, so he's no longer on K-Corp, but he's still going to be playing with them for EMEA Masters. This whole thing is absolutely ridiculous, absolutely insane. And I don't think anyone out there predicted that Isma was going to be the new jungler for GiantX when they heard Closer was going to be taking a break. I know a lot of people were like, oh, does this mean Yanko? Does this mean, whoever coming back? But here is that article. Isma will play EMEA Masters with KCB, which is crazy. But 3 teams in one split, goated behavior, as a pro player might say if he decided to leak information before the actual leakers. According to Sheep Esports sources, Isma, his offseason has indeed taken yet another unexpected turn in recent hours. Announced as a member of K-Corp Blue on February 28th, the former SK Gaming jungler will ultimately remain in the LEC and join GiantX. The Spanish team had to act quickly to find a replacement for Closer, who recently decided to step back for personal reasons, as previously reported by Sheep Esports. Closer informed GiantX that he preferred not to continue a couple of days ago. This turn of events has proved to be a golden opportunity for the French player, who had believed his time in the EMEA League of Legends Elite was over after a year and a split with SK. And that's something, even when I was talking with Wooloo, that obviously, like, this mini offseason, there's not a ton of opportunities out there. There's only a couple roster changes even happening. So if you are a player looking for a new team or a spot in the LEC, there's not really many of them open or available. So yeah, when Isma ended up in the ERLs, I'm sure he thought, hey, it's going to take a split, a couple splits, a year, maybe a couple years, whatever, for me to get back to the LEC. But now to be back in the LEC 7-8 days later, that is absolutely insane. And again, when people did hear that GiantX was going to have a jungler position open, I don't think many people expected or necessarily maybe even wanted Isma to be the answer for them there. One major question already raised during the swap between Isma and Bukata became central to the negotiations between GiantX and KC. Would Isma be allowed to compete in the EMEA Masters? The former Movistar Gaming player, who did not take part in KCB's LFL title-winning run, was initially set to make his debut for the new team in the regional competition. According to our sources, 2 orgs reached an agreement allowing Isma to participate in EMEA Masters while simultaneously training with GiantX. However, this means KCB must now secure a replacement for their replacement ahead of the LFL spring split. But obviously, figuring out stuff for your ERL team is not as important as having your LEC affairs in order. Our sources indicate that GiantX paid a buyout to K-Corp, which agreed to lower the initial fee. In this chain of events, KC therefore secured a buyout by swapping Bukata for Isma. So SK paid K-Corp for Bukata and then gave them Isma, only to receive another payout by transferring Isma to GiantX. Furthermore, so this is really crazy. SK got rid of Isma and couldn't get any money for him, and then K-Corp is getting rid of Isma and getting money for him. It really seems to me there, like K-Corp is obviously very, very business savvy and doing really, really good job in terms of these, moves and everything, taking advantage of some of the desperation of GiantX probably, but also it seems like SK got a little bit fleeced here. How do you give away a player for no money and then that person ends up getting sold literally days later. Like, it's really crazy. Furthermore, sources said that GiantX asked about Xerxes and Marcoon, but ultimately only seriously considered 2 options: Isma, the first choice, and Rylek, I don't know how you say that name. Given that the organization was only informed of closer decision a few days ago, it had to move quickly with limited resources. Although eager to join the team, Isma had little choice but to accept the terms offered, and he accepted the proposed offer, which again, hey, it's an opportunity in the LEC for him. You can't really pass that up. So yeah, a really, really insane, crazy situation just got even crazier. Isma thought he was out of the LEC, now he's back. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of this move. Do you think Isma, is a guy who you would have went with for this LEC spot? Do you think he's going to help make GiantX a better team in the spring split coming up very, very soon? I don't know. Pretty insane stuff. This has been a pretty fun mini LEC offseason, that's for sure. Definitely way more stuff happening than I was expecting. Pretty much it for this video today, guys. Hopefully catch you in the next one. Until then, peace. Holy, great tasting energy drinks that are also healthier than the competition. Check out that first link in the description below and use discount code SE10 to get 10% off your entire basket today.